Okay, we're back. I took the time to clean it up a little bit and to put some more things that we need to put on here. I cleaned up around the beard, and we're going to do a little bit on the face right now. I'm going to try to get the eyes done and everything else. There's a lot of detail to this little guy. I knew that on the onset because of the uniform and the gun and, you know, the way things are on him. So let's do this. Where's my, here it is, pencil. Well, let me explain to you what I did, and it's important that you do this. I went back to every corner or every edge that I made and went back and cleaned it all up, meaning I put a line down and then took a little V cut across it to clean it up and to get all the burrs and, you know, the loose stuff out of the way, to even things up. I did that on the face, around the brim. I did it. We're going to put another brim at the top here yet. That needs to be done. But for the most part, it's been working out pretty good. So I redefined all the lines is all that I did. So the next thing we're going to do is, let me take a look here. We're going to do the face. Now you can see this side was already rounded off a little bit. And I did that simply because I wanted to show you how to do it on this side. So the first thing you need to do is redefine your line. Okay, and then go back and cut it. Alright, from the top down. Alright, so you have that little bit of a lip there. Alright, and you're going to go back and you're going to just trim it off. Trim that edge off. Okay, you can redefine that as often as you like, really, until you're happy with it. Now see, right there behind the mustache, there's a little bit of an area there. So what I did was I took this down a little deeper, okay, and then just cut that off right behind there. All right, and just kind of rounded it up because that's kind of his cheek there. So, all right. That looks good. Like I said, it's very hard for me to see it from where it's at, so I'll redefine it a little bit later, but I'll give you just an idea of where to go with it. Alright, so okay, that's the eyes. The other thing I did was I rounded off the nose a little bit because there was an edge here and an edge here, so I rounded that up. Scoop this out just a tiny bit, okay, and then rounded off the end of the nose a little bit. You don't want to go too much with the nose. You don't want to take gobs of it off because we need to put the nostrils in a little bit later. Okay, so right here we're going to redefine this as well. We're going to just do a little bit deeper right underneath that mustache, so it really sticks out nicely. Alright, see how that sticks out a little bit better? And I already did the other side. And then what we're going to do is just going to slightly round it. Now if you round it too much to the edge, you just go ahead and redefine that line again. Redefining the line gives it an illusion that it's deeper than what it really is, and just gives your piece some depth to it. Okay, so his mouth is open there, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the lip in, and I'm going to do that back here, and then I'll show you what I do here. Just a second. Because this is so small. Like I said, the reason I do them small is so I can get in the camera and do close-ups like I'm doing here. Now all I did was a stop cut going across, and then I'll take this up right underneath it. Okay. He needs little sideburns yet, so we're going to put those in, and that's going to just be here, off by the ear here. That's it, right there. Okay, same thing over here. We're going to go down right to the bottom of the ear and go across. Let me take a look at that. I need to be trimmed off just a tad here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little V-cut, put a little stop cut in first on both sides, and it doesn't hurt to spray it if you want to spray it a little bit. It just helps to cut it, makes it a little bit easier to cut it. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to go ahead and cut from the bottom portion first. Okay, see how that stuck out? And then we're going to come up along the side here, cut that out. And we'll redefine these lines a little later. You can do that later on your own time. Alright, and one coming down. Hope you're enjoying this project. It's a lot of fun to see it merge from the block. Like I said, I haven't done one of these before, so this will be my first one. I know there's a lot of carvers that do these, and they do a lot of intricate detail. But mine's kind of a simple, not for really a beginner, but I wouldn't hesitate to tell a beginner to try it. You know, you only learn it by trying it out. Okay, now his eyes, I'm sorry, we're going to go back here. I need to make this just a tad deeper right there. Go up underneath. Alright. So we want that sticking out a little bit. Now, for his eyes, we're going to come down and we're going to go up. Alright, down and come up. Alright. Now, I'm trying to think if I should put any eyebrows on him, or I might put a little bit of an eyelid on him. If I do, I have to put the eyelid in first. So why don't I do that? I'm going to do the eyelid across. Now, I've been putting little eyelids in, and they're not difficult to do. What you do is, once you make your circle and you know exactly, this is optional. You can do this or you don't have to. I'm going to put them in because I think it adds a little bit more to the piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to, let me take a look at something here. Just bear with me for a second. Okay. In fact, I might make that the eyebrows hanging over. Not sure how I'm going to do that yet. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do the eyelids here. And we're going to take the knife. I'm going to resharpen it because it needs to be good and sharp when you do this. You don't want it, when you do the eyes, it's very, very important to have a very sharp knife, because you really only have one or two shots at it to do it right. And I don't mean that to scare you, but if you have any doubt about how to do it, what I suggest you do is you take another piece of wood, a practice piece, and try it a few times before you actually attempt to do this. Okay? So the first thing, I'm going to try to keep this in line. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to come down past the eye a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to go down this way, put a stop cut, and I'm going to come up a little bit at an angle. Okay, if it doesn't free, don't pull it out, because you don't want to lose that eyelid. I'm going to do one online, I'll do the other one offline, for the simple reason is because I need to make these even for myself as well. So I don't want to mess it up by trying to do both online here. Okay, so we have the eyelid. Okay, see it there? Now the next step is to bring this down and around and up underneath and let the eyelid hang over a little bit. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, and we're just going to take this knife, point of the knife. Hopefully I can show this to you without, let's see if I can get this nicely in focus right there. That looks good. What we're going to do is take the tip of the knife, and see where I have it? You're going to push down, and you're just going to slightly pull it up and pull it around very, very carefully. Alright, and then you're going to go from the top of the eye, and you're just going to try to first get your first outline. You're going to recut it again anyway. Just want to be very, very careful. Now right underneath where the eyelid is,